far as I know, I'm actually still sending out sound. I'm going to increase the sensitivity just a little bit. Sensitivity just increase a little bit. I'm going to make sure the internet is going to run well. And that's why we're taking a moment before we actually do said run, because this should be the highest, and it's not in the system. So if you don't check that, you do not get the notifications for that. And now I am. That should be on the highest. We're getting a good output. Looks like everything is running well. Okay. Alright. Hey, Avoid Juice. How's it going? Oh, no. I paused it for a minute there, man. You can put it in the list, but I'm going to pause it while I do the setups for the con gear that we're using, or the gear that I got for the con / for life and everything else like that. So I'm actually doing a tech review right now. Oh, cool. Wow, he's got a lot of them running through. But as soon as we're done with that, we'll do some gameplay and then we'll do some workout. It may look like I'm kind of avoiding speaking toward you, but I am actually talking for the tech review. It's going to be awesome. Alright, so let's give this countdown, man. This countdown I do is so I can do cuts. So if it looks weird, it's because it starts from 1 to 5 and then ends out at 10 in silence. And that way I can do a cut between when I actually cut out the video stuff. Hair fixed. Hair fixed. Hair not going to stay that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey everybody, it's Lord Volkhark, and we are doing some awesomeness today. I'm not gonna cut that out. And what would be awesomeness? Well, we're gonna talk about something I managed to get for myself so I can bring you to con. The MSI Computer G Series Dominator Pro. And I did not pick up exactly this one from MSI directly. I picked it up from a side seller that actually does design into these little guys. But that's not the only thing we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a lot of varying things. I'm going to give you an idea of what I'm going to bring to con with me that's going to help me out with, you know, everything going on. And there's going to be a lot of stuff. So we're going to do a switch over. It's going to be a not fast transfer because we're going to use the mic to switch over and yada yada. And so here we go. We're going to switch over. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's going to look cool. Bringing the mic over so you can still hear me. Yada da da da. Oh wow, it's picking up something else. It's not got a cutout. Oh god. Let me tap the sensitivity down just a little bit. There it goes. Now we got a little sensitivity drop. The cam sections out to here, sections here, that's good. I am not in any way or any fashion being supported by any of these companies of these items that I purchased. And I purchased them. Not the company sent them for me for trials or any other mode. So, kind of give me a little bit of leeway. These are all things that I bought that I wanted specifically. So I'll give you some of the ideas of prices or reasoning, but I'm also going to give you some review for some things I've been using and some later on reviews we'll do for other stuff. You saw on the screen the MSI Pro G Series Pro from the Dominator series, and that will be a little bit later. We'll actually do a review fully for it, but I'm going to do the unboxing here today. But that's not the first thing we're going to do. We're going to talk about the first thing, and the first thing I did was because I finally got tired of not being able to listen to some long, between tech reviews, tech news, a lot of different long-winded news from YouTube and multiple other sources while I'm in the shower, because, well, it helps when you're actually in the shower for a good while or in the bathroom while you're in the middle of prepping for the day. You actually have something to play along, and the issue has always been I didn't have a way to do that safely for the phone or the tablet or anything else I owned. So, a Bluetooth speaker. So then I went, oh, I need a waterproof Bluetooth speaker. I went through a ton of different look ads and finally sucked up and bought one at my local Walmart because it looked like it would be perfect. I bought the Philips. I want to say Shookbox Mini, and it is a floating waterproof speaker, which actually screams to me a lot better in worth. I'm gonna flip this box now. I've used this for about a week, and I want to say, for the first off, that I used this for about a week on the first charge that I put into it. And I mean, on a daily basis, every day I showered and then, maybe shaved or something else that, lingered me in a moisture environment that I don't want to bring a lot of electronic devices in. I am very, very impressed with this thing because the first day that I actually put it in my shower, I put it in a spot that I did not believe it would get too wet, even though it says it floats. It got soaked. Matter of fact, there was some water coming around the edges. Surprisingly enough, it lived. There are some drawbacks to this device, but there are also major points of worth. One, for the waterproof speaker, it actually floats. I've had a waterproof case on my phone before. Fortunately, that waterproof case did not float, so it was always a panic still at areas that I was at that potentially I could drop it and lose it. So having something that actually logically does equal out the water, full environment that we'd have to affect us, really screams to me worth. The bad things about this. It has a volume rocker, a power button, and a answer and non-answer button or hang up button for a call. It does not have a switch button for your, if you were listening to actual music, it doesn't let you switch through it. But it does let you go through the Google, app and be able to talk through it. Let's see. Um, it does let you go through the Google app if you actually turn it. I'm sorry, I had somebody in the room and he's an awesome guy, one of my followers. Um, he's one of my mods list, by the way, guys. So you'll see his chat pop across the screen. He is one of the mod listers, so do respect him. He's an awesome individual, and so just a shout out to him. But nonetheless, that's a little bit of a loss in my eyes if I actually wanted to play music from my internal device, especially since I have 500 gigs on my phone. Yeah, I modded that phone a long time ago, guys. The second thing is a little bit annoying is I don't enjoy large symbols from the company for their advertising on my product. I like this, which actually gives me the model and everything and information that is very logical. I don't appreciate this shit. So what I'm going to end up doing is probably scratching the shit out of this and taking it off. But nonetheless, this has worked great for 5 days of use over and over again. With that said, like I said, the only cons are really just not having those buttons. Sound wise, this has been great. When you put full volume on your phone for your Bluetooth settings, and then you can pretty much just sit at half volume for this, sounds out my fan and my shower. So I'd give this as approval. I ended up price matching this, so it was $35 for me, but at Walmart it's about 40 something. So in total pricing, a little bit expensive when you can see these other waterproof with the silicone and kind of the same buttons that actually make you go through your music. But I was happy with this because I can actually use it for multiple events. Matter of fact, if I go kayaking again, and I hope to do that this year, I would likely put this on the boat, not floating in the water with me, but it would be amusing to trail it along. But that's that review. Next review. And by the way, that device will probably follow me to con so I can enjoy myself in my room, gosh knows. This is definitely going to follow me to con. Due to the fact that while you're at internet there, you're pretty much either going to use the open internet from the hotel, or you're going to be using your network. Which, unfortunately, for me, with my cell phone network, I know, not because of the location in the sense of it is a bad location for my cell phone pickup, it's because the building is 3 layers high of steel and everything else between it. Because of that, my reception is horrible, but the second I got to a window, it didn't take me long to figure out it was just the way the room was designed. Because of that, I had to take into a factor that if I came back, and especially if I stream for you guys, which will be happening. By the way, congratulations, we've reached 70 people. The original goal started at 50. I'm thinking the goal at the end of the year is, let's see if we can reach 100. But anyway, when I stream, I want to make sure security-wise that I'm secure. The ultimate way I figured out how to do that is this mobile router, which actually is called it's a TP-Link, well, I call it liable choice, but it was really an LG and 4G router, but it can be used as a bridge system. Therefore, you can actually put a security set in between you. Internet will still go between, but it means that the circulating out will kind of be under my control. The internet actually included in the hotel room looks like it's also going to have an Ethernet port, which means a mobile router like this could be hooked up to it and run for security and therefore protection a little bit. I'm still going to be a little bit worried, and I'm definitely going to be watching with Glassware, which, by the way, is a great program. If you look it up, there's a great video from Barnacles that explains out. It's a packet sniffer, which technically checks your internet to see who's sending out what, or what you're supposedly sending out, or what's protocols being called through. I use it to actually watch and see on web servers who's doing what at the moment when I'm actually trying to game in a mobile server, which is very difficult when I stream. So unfortunately, guys, I don't stream mobile multiplayer, mostly because the internet's already slow enough. But this router has been really helpful. I played around with it a little bit, and matter of fact, I pulled off a prank while making it say that it was the NSA Watch Station 169. Reason I did that because I was pretty sure that when I turned it on in a public place, everyone's going to freak the hell out. And a few people did. I actually watched somebody turn off their phone. But nonetheless, this little micro router cost me $7. It's an older router, so you'll have to find it online. But a mobile router, nonetheless, can actually help your security, or it can be a really boon of a pirate box, being that it includes a USB, so that I can, can we get closer? Allows a USB port to be plugged into it, which means you can actually use small USBs, good sized USBs, to actually do a transfer pirate box and sub-locations. And the power on it, battery lasts pretty damn good. Nonetheless, this is for con security. Something I'm going to bring along with me. Now I know everyone just got an awesome image. Tonight and my girlfriend bring. Yourselves and security and preparedness in a bag. Actually, I'm going to show you that. I'm getting questions from in the room, and I look at it and everything. But guys, I told you and showed you an image of something I bought for myself to make it where I can mobile stream for you. I ended up buying a laptop. I couldn't buy a normal laptop because OBS, XSplit, and multiple other things want to run with internal graphics, not a chipset graphics. So I looked at it, thought about it, and knew I could use it for multiple uses. So I ended up picking myself up something. Now this box has already been removed, all of shipping information, so you guys can't see where my address is. But ladies and gentlemen, my MSI Dominator Pro. Now I unbox this a little bit, not much. Most like this over here. So, with you, I am opening this laptop for the first time, and I have not at all seen it physically. Unfortunately, due to Best Buy being pretty much the deadpan place that I can go to for tech, and then otherwise much higher price stores, it was very hard for me to actually go and look at gear with Waco, Texas. But there are a lot of places you can go, and other places that, if I had traveled maybe 100 miles, I could have got a better look at a few different tech things. But I ended up deciding, because of its capability to be upgraded, that I would go with this lovely laptop, because it really screamed to me worth. The upgrades are something I've really wanted to do, or really would like to do as I go along with my PC. So I could not get a laptop in good faith that I could not do the same thing. Small upgrades like memory and, oh goodness, that thing is in there. otherwise are important to me because I like versatility and I've built this PC to be versatile. So to be trapped inside of a laptop that I could not do anything like that is a little bit of a loss in my view. With this being capable of allowing me to alter the graphics, dedicated graphics card with this little flat thing that's inside there, add more RAM, and add another hard drive, it's pretty helpful. I could even take out the optical drive and add another hard drive into the internal, therefore gaining a lot more memory. Would I need that? Not really. For me to use, it's going to be very heavy held, and I'll give you a lot of reasons why. But before I actually do a review, I am still doing an unboxing right now. Got that box out of my way. Let's open this. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Barnacles. He's got an awesome bat knife. I have a response. I have an awesome batleth. I'm not dissing you, Barnacles. The guy's awesome. I love some of his reviews. 3D printing is definitely being inspired from that gentleman for me. But I have to say something. I have a batleth. I have a batleth. It's versus bat knife. Who knows who would win? I'm a giant Star Trek nerd. You guys see the symbol on the wall behind me all the time in imagery. I don't remember if that was on purpose or I just ended up doing that. Okay, so I cut through that clean. I'm gonna lay this down like this. This other box has some other stuff that will be con going and live going. Ooh! And the company I bought this from on Amazon actually modded this a little bit. What it should have been is a extra hard drive and 16 gigs of RAM, which is the maximum you really need for common basics. Even streaming, I run 32 on my PC currently, but I admit it's a little bit too much of RAM just shoved in there. So 16 felt really comfortable. Now this has not been touched after they finished modifying it. Supposedly. Cardboard. I like my non-ceremonious. Let's get that the hell out of the way. Kind of face. Here we go. And there we go. Another piece of cardboard. Oh, some display material and information, which you guys don't need to see. Hold on, you get flagging. Water. H2O. Now that I can breathe. Now this isn't a really awesome kind of fabric thing that will probably never get back in. Oh, look at you. Oh, baby. It will never look this shiny ever again. I'm not gonna lie. This will never look this shiny ever again. Oh, look at the size of it. Now this is a 17-inch laptop. Oh, it will still look this shiny because it's got the plastic on it. I might not take that off for a while. And imminent side deminator. Okay, I was just testing something from another reviewer. They were able to find a sound coming from the bottom when you press here. But otherwise, when you did it on the keyboards, it was fine. Oh, good lord. Okay, so now this was meant to be a MSI line of laptops to be a desktop replacement. Being that my desktop is a monster beast compared to this, it's pretty hard to say that that would happen. But I'm going to start using this more often so I can keep chat screen on a different screen and review screen for when I'm actually streaming on this device and do nothing but gaming directly on this. So that's going to be something I'm going to be able to do to use a review for the technology. And I'll do technology, the laptop. And I'll also be doing some light gaming on it. Mostly because it has a 2 gig but NVIDIA graphics card. Whether or not it's initiated fully, who knows. Now I have an 8 gig in my system my desktop. The reason because I wanted to see what it'd be like to run an 8 gig fully initiated AMD Nitro 390X. And to tell you anything, it's pretty damn great. I've enjoyed it. It's runs very, very well. The heat issue is not an issue due to the fact that I have a lot of fans and a solid aluminum case, so meaning heat goes across. So an aluminum metal outing and then plastic bottom does look a little bit odd when you compare it to my stuff. But to be honest, with the red and black matching out my black and red basic theme for my actual desktop, it's kind of a logical gauge here. Let's see what's else in this box. It should be the charging port. There we go. And that's one hell of a brick. By the way, the total weight of this actual laptop is 8 pounds. And that is a very important thing to think of when you're at a con. And the reason that I would say that is because, well, you're going to be walking most of the time. Now, I work at a place where I walk all day long. I'm basically on my feet for about 8 to 9 hours. I'm fine with that because, well, before that, I was on my feet for 8 to 9 hours moving heavier weight stuff that was probably a little bit of my body weight or a little bit more for 8 to 9 hours. Now I'm basically moving my own ass all the time. I love my ceremonious. Let's get this the fuck off my table. But the idea is, now that I know the weight, definitely want to start thinking of a bag. Last time I took my lovely, can't remember which company bag this is, but it was one with an internal battery, which is very helpful for my original phone I had beforehand. Now that I have a larger battery capable phone, I'm definitely going to have to find a mobile battery that will equate it out in case of emergencies, because the larger battery actually holds a longer amount of charge. So I'm kind of not afraid of it dying at events, except for when I do your live stream, because I'm going to be using it for internet, and that's going to be a large amount of pool. But last year, or the year before last year, while at the con, my bag was insufficient size, so I ended up having to buy the blue bag you see over here in the corner at there, which helped me put some stuff inside, especially since my room was not at the hotel. And it's a very smart idea, by the way, guys. Get a room at the event. Even though it is more expensive, the benefit of it is you can literally walk up and put your stuff inside the hotel and then go back to the event. I couldn't do that. Matter of fact, I couldn't even go to the car because the car was parked too far away. But planning still on the mentality of having to carry stuff all day, I thought up I need something for the 17.5-inch bag that is my new laptop, or 5-inch laptop that I have. Well, there's a few essentials. One of the ultimate essentials, as you saw, I just went for water. A 64-ounce water growler metal canteen. Now, this has a dual kind of use, because it's actually going to be used for multiple. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, there's something inside of it. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's an information from the company. Oh, okay. Refuse, single use. Okay, reuse, recycle. Oh, because this is metal, recycled. This is steel. And the reason I even wanted steel is for multiple reasons. One, this will be great at the con as a weapon. No, I'm kidding. And this is large. To give you a definition of how large and how much water I will drink, usually in common settings or in laziness settings, this is the flagon of famousness. This is the thing that normally I drink from during the show, during most of the day while I'm at the house. Starting to get the issue? The full width of this is actually wider than the flagon's glass and a little bit taller, which means it holds a little bit more water. Common thing I drink when I'm at, work because it is a lot easier to handle. But the other reason I actually really wanted this metal is because I do go camping. And I have a mentality of kind of survivalism in that sense. So if you get a metal water canteen, you can actually use it to boil and clean water. Because it's not insulated, you don't have to worry about the insulation breaking. Unfortunately, they gave me a plastic top, which at moments when you're boiling it, you really don't need the top on it. But when you want to put it back on and pick it back out of the fire, I'm fairly certain plastic would not be the best idea. Though this top looks sufficient, I'm going to show you what I ended up ordering from the same company through Amazon. It's a metal plug. Now, it's still got some rubber on there, but at the same time, it's also now completely solid metal. I don't know why they don't do this in the first place other than people will buy it separately, but now it's completely a metal canteen. I will still hold in this top. I don't see myself using this anytime soon, but I do see myself using this on a common daily basis because I do drink a lot of water, and because if I keep up with a container, it'll make it a lot easier for me. I automatically see some issues in their shipping. Now, let's see if I can get this off. There's this massive sticker here. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there we go. There's no residue left behind. That's good. I see this right here, which is another symbol. Probably going to scratch it off. I've got a website right here and the 64-ounce reference. I might not take that off, but it's pretty damn solid. I like it. It doesn't feel like it gives any. Its design is very much efficient, and it does smell clean. Now, with this top, solid metal all the way through, but I see this rubber grommet. I'm assuming this is to complete the seal. Now, at a vent, oh, it does come off. Now, at certain times, if I needed to actually use this to pick back up the, big water container that it was in flame to boil water, I could take off that rubber grommet, I guess, tighten it down, and lift it out of the flame. Mind you, I would probably do it with something that you can hold. This will be going to con with me because, well, rule number 2 of con going, besides carrying stuff, is, well, there is no cheap aqua, really, easily found. There's no cheap anything food-wise easily found at the con event areas. Reason being because they can make a ton of money off of us, the goers. And they do really try. But, I'm not gonna lie, I will be bringing this and find every water source I can to refill it that I do not have to pay for. Reason being because it would be a lot easier on me. But like I said, I needed to be able to carry this. With this lovely gap here that was also included in the original top, it was meant for a gripper. Or, sorry, I forget what you call these. Let's see. No, this didn't actually have a name. But I like to call them climbing hooks. And actually, this one is a climbing hook. It's got a rating of 250 pounds, which I will not be climbing on myself because I'm, 300 pounds. That's fine by me. I'm 6'1". That's pretty good. But the reason why I wanted something that was actually meant for climbing as well is because it was strong. And 2, for $6, I got, let's see, about 6 of them, including the one I take out. So I can actually use them for multiple purposes. But for now, it's going to be added onto the growler. And like that, we now have a secure way to lift it off flame and or to carry it around for the con. Water bottles are very important. Reuse them as often as you can. You can find multiple purposes for them, and that way we can save our environment, but also the factor of waste is really just that, waste. So I will not be using waste. Matter of fact, A lot of this cardboard is going to be used toward my target board that will be used to throw at. I'm using cardboard right now as a stand for the camera. So, definitely reuse. Now, I said I was going to carry around that laptop, and I didn't have anything that was actually 17-inch carryable for laptops. So I went through, again, the trusty little Amazon and found a ton of different backpacks that were rated for carrying something about 17.5-inch to some of them that would just straight up say 18-inch, which, by the way, MSI has their Titan series, which I really wish I could have afforded, but the cheapest one that was available was $3,000. For an 18-inch laptop with 2 graphics card automatically starting at 6 gigs, it really is worth that money. But unfortunately, I do not have those funds, and I really couldn't see myself buying it as a permanent use due to the fact that my desktop is really my main gaming place, and also for the show. So, I bought myself a backpack, and it's gonna be hopefully worth the damn. The reason I bought a backpack instead of a side bag is also included in the story of why I was there at con. While I was there at con, unfortunately, I discovered really quickly that one weighted side hurts like hell over a long period of time. Now, I don't shoulder things on a daily basis at work, and I didn't before. When I actually used to move heavier things, I would actually use my hands and shove forward. Not the same thing when you're carrying a bag on your shoulders. Even when I was crossing a bag across my chest here, eventually the weight would hurt from the shoulder all the way across my chest, and I would have to shift back and forth. Even when I bought my larger bag, this issue still persisted. It even got to the point where I tried to actually use my neck as a support place. Probably not the best idea for safety-wise, but I figure a backpack would do me a lot better since both arms will be used and pressured across. Especially since my laptop, unfortunately, is 8 pounds. That's what happens when you actually get a gaming laptop instead of an ultra-thin laptop that you really can't upgrade. Not dissing anybody like Linus Tech Tips. He loves his laptop. He uses it for multiple uses. It's ultra-thin, and he is very, very happy about that. I did not want to go for an ultra-thin. I wanted to go for capability upgrade, in which he even admits he cannot do for his lovely ultra-thin, but he has not had an issue with it yet. I believe he can upgrade the RAM. I don't believe he can upgrade anything else because everything else was soldered directly into the board. Kind of a loss, since there's a lot of capabilities out there, guys. And never let the companies try to tell you what is capable and what is not. What I'm doing right now is actually I'm going to try to max out the straps. I'm going to kind of show you how this is going to sit. I'm not going to put the laptop in it yet until I've got this kind of sitting right. That way I don't have to adjust for weight. You can clip this. I'm going to explain some stuff that I automatically know will help out. Oop, lost it. Oh, here we go. Now, there we go. Now, the awesome thing to me was not just my back is going to be supported by shoulders, I'm going to get these bottom supports down here working as well. Not going to be easy at my waist, but I'll figure out a way to get these to work or link them out and see if I can't get to the max. Mostly probably doing that. But when I do get them clicked through, there'll be actual extra security to run across. The better part was these O-rings up here looked like they would do this. And they do. When it actually gets into my shoulder, it's resting pretty much firmly on my back in a well-positioned place. But it's not resting low and it's not resting high, which kind of tells me over a long period of time, this would do a lot better on my back, on my person, than my poor shoulder bag. I'm not rejecting my shoulder bag. I still use it on a daily basis. The reason being because it is, well, pretty damn good. I'm still going to have to extend these. But nonetheless, it does have its limitations. Larger size items or multiple items inside them do cause massive amount of weight, but the open pockets really are helpful. I noticed a lot of pockets on this when I was doing reviews for it or trying to read-through reviews. The ultimate help was actually just looking at imagery and trying to detail it out myself versus wording, because the company did not have some good details on their own stuff. Oh, here we go. So this is the main right here, and she opens all the way to here. I love this black and red. I've got a big theme, thing for black and red. It makes me happy. Now, ooh, all right. I'm not seeing the laptop. Oh, is it this? This is it? This it? I think this is it. Oh, it's the laptop space. No. Oh, this is not even the main side. Oh my God, look at it. Okay, watch. My hand goes all the way to the bottom in this one. So that's not even the main space for housing something of my massive laptop. This is, oh my gosh. Oh, no. Yep. This is a dedicated space for it. Jeez, they weren't kidding. Wow. There's a bunch of padding here, so I feel pretty good putting in here. We got this extra red thing. Guess that's where I put the power cables? Gosh, there's a lot of room. Oh. One thing I did notice that when I was actually looking at my growler before I was looking at my bat, I'd already decided I was going to use these hooks. I'm trying to figure out how you would carry it with any type of bag. And it kind of stuck out to do that. It's got a small metal hook here with looks like good firm fabric. It looks like there was meant to be bags, spots where you could actually just put your drinks in. But with a larger growler, I definitely defeated those sizes as normal, which included this rubber to hold it, or sorry, not rubber, stretchy fabric to hold it into place. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that we're kind of making a mess of things, let's put the laptop in it. Don't turn the laptop on yet. And we're even going to cut the show a little bit short so I can actually spend some time doing the laptop. So this is a random day. This is not a Thursday, which, by the way, Thursday will be a normal show. Unfortunately, we cannot do a 12 to 12 show, even though we've reached 10 people, because, well, there are things in life that I need to do, and they look like they're going to be early as hell in the morning. Oh, that is way too much space for me to even imagine. I mean, this might be, I don't have to bring a second bag. I really don't think I'm going to have to bring a second bag. Let's do this. Okay. This is my NVIDIA Shield. It is on. Take this. Shove this down in here. Oh, we're going to grab the tablet. Let's go grab the tablet. Holy crap. Stay. My Samsung 10-inch Note tablet, and I know you guys would probably think, oh God, that is old. Well, it survived a lot. It actually went with me last con, reason being because it would be easier to use a tablet than anything else to carry along and gather information as it went along. So, kind of reference of what's probably going to go down. While I'm there, I come. Let's go ahead and take this back out. Put it there. They're gonna let that go in there? Oh yeah, it's gonna let that go in there. So we did that. That's the 10-inch tablet. Let's see. I think this is a good amount of space. This is supposed to be something. No. This. Whew. Good lord. So much space. This is so much more room than I assumed I would be getting. Let's do this. Put this down here in the bottom like this. And what's this? Oh, is it detachable? Is it detachable? I think it's detachable. Yeah, it's detachable. There's a key thing. And okay. Seal this back up. I'm assuming this is where my phone could go, but I think in reality this might be where the excess battery goes. That we have power, and we can kind of figure out where that's gonna go. It's not gonna be bad. I like the location of that. There was a lot of this that was just sightline. Like I said, I had to do reviews by seeing it, and now I own it. I can kind of get a better idea of it. It's from the Freebies Traveler, which so far has been pretty damn good for the backlight when I'm looking through it. I'm seeing a ton of the company representation, and I'm thinking I'm going to be picking at that while I set everything up. So we're still leaving this in bag. I haven't plugged it in yet. So what if we open this fully, and we saw that little secondary bag in here. And what we're going to do, we're going to drop this in there, and this over here. And I'm assuming that would actually be a mouse location. We're not going to unhook my mouse to do that. Oh my gosh. I like this grip. Grip's pretty good. I think it's kind of anti-theft because it's got some, it's got some cordage here through it. I think these grommets go into the bag, and I'm fairly certain, yeah, I feel that. So, okay, wow, I opened one side thing, but I did not open the other, so one side thing, there's another side thing here. Much smaller. It's much smaller, but I mean, it's definitely a worthwhile location. Things to bring to con. Pins. Again, water bottle. Secondary power supply. Mostly because you're not going to want to sit there with everybody else and try to fight for the power supply to use at con locations around. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's just with the back. You can definitely feel the weight. I can feel the weight. It's some serious weight here. Whew. Backup power supply. Backup, place to put up pictures. So mobile ability to put away pictures and everything like that. I mean, you don't want to just leave them on your camera. You're going to fill that up pretty quick. So mobile charger, battery, power supply, second charging cable just in case. Definitely gonna want to bring. I'm gonna bring body spray because last time it got really hot and I was there for multiple hours, and there was multiple people in there, and I really felt if I smelled better, I would happier. And definitely entertainment, because you're going to have hours where you're just standing in a location. So hence the reason you saw me put the little tablet that actually is a mobile gaming source in there. Ooh. I kind of wish they had a crossover here, which they don't, but I can deal with that. And the reason I wanted to cross over here is because if it crossed over in front of my chest, it'd be a lot easier to deal with instead of the bottom one. But c'est la vie. Bag-wise, it's floating now. Let's see if I can just... Oh, yeah. Can I still move? I feel like I can still move. I'm being restricted a little bit. I'm not seeing. I'm seeing pressure in the shoulders. A lot of movement there. Oh, that reset pretty nice. That's gonna be annoying. I might consider putting that in another location. So, wow. I cannot believe how long it's been since I've actually worn a backpack for one. Whew. It feels so weird, but it feels so logical too. So, guys. Yeah. That's what I'm bringing with me to con, including a few other little small items. What should you bring? What you feel you really need? Candy or little small food items are very helpful if you get them away from the con event, because they're a lot cheaper and you can snack instead of actually having to eat. I'm not gonna lie, each time I've done a con, I was too invigorated to really think about eating until near the end of the day. I may be a big gentleman right here, but I'm also a real person. So when I'm excited, well, food doesn't matter. Cake may be an amazing thing food wise, but sometimes you just enjoy yourself. Wow, this is crossover so much. But thank you guys for coming through and making me at 70 people. Thank you for even sticking around. And because of that, I will definitely do as I promised. That's what this laptop is for. I will be taking it with me to Comic Con to specifically film at Comic Con. Just because I promised, and I want to keep my promise. It was the only way I saw as an easy way for me to do that. I tried to rig up some of my small microcomputers, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easy to do. So it'd be a trusty way if I use this laptop to game / live stream at the event. It may be only a 2 or 3 hour show at maximum, guys, but I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to try to do it more than one day. It's all dependent on what goes on. And, Carrie Fisher's going to be there. I'm mind blown, okay? But thank you. A lot of things in my life have gone nuts. But only a few things stick somewhat of a constant, but that's life in general. I can say that I have been impressed with the strangers enjoying viewing me. And then I've been impressed with my friends taking it upon themselves to do the same thing. They'll tell me what's wrong with moments of filming. They'll tell me what's right. They'll ask questions just out of general strangeness. But I consider everybody I meet a friend until they give me a reason not to be. As a live streamer and as a YouTuber, it has been a very interesting ride, and I will continue to ride it. I may not be one of the people with 500,000 people, but damned if I'm not impressed that I went past number 1. In the sense of one person. In the early sense. From now on, I'll make sure that every 10th person that I get added on or new follower, we do a 12 to 12 show. That way we can actually hang out together. But I'm going to do my best to actually have between life moments and streaming. So, thank you for helping me reach 70. And thank you for being with me in the middle of all insanity. To my mod who was asking her what should he bring to con, I'd say bring your joy. Bring some extra underwear. Bring just enough pants to wear. And whatever you're cosplaying in. Food, your cell phone. Madness is going to happen. And you're going to love every moment of it. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Lord Volkhark saying, I can't wait to bring you guys with me to Dallas Comic Con. I'm going to click out from this imagery. That way you guys can actually, pretty much watch me do it awkwardly. Because I'm live, not just someone uploading. So again, thanks guys for always being